Hello, everyone. Good morning. It's Tuesday. On this very morning, as we sit here with you live, the first time ever a president's son has been, one, charged with a crime and two, convicted of a crime. Hunter Biden, right before we came on air, has been found guilty on all three counts. He was found guilty Tuesday of falsely claiming, this is from the Wall Street Journal, falsely claiming to be drug-free when applying to buy a handgun 6 years ago, adding to his family's personal turmoil as his father campaigns for re-election. Anyways, so by the way, Hunter Biden is 54 years old. His dad is so old.
Yep.
So Hunter Biden, who's 54 years old, convicted of 3 counts by a federal jury, deliberated for 3 hours over 2 days. Exposed a dark period of betrayal and substance abuse in the Biden family. He bought a .38 caliber Colt Cobra in October, lied on a federal form by checking a box to say he wasn't addicted to or using drugs at the time. Sounds like something a lot of people probably do. I don't know. I don't know what to say about any of these cases. This is so weird.
Yeah, I haven't followed this at all. I don't know much about him other than it's a little bit of a pain for his dad. I also don't think it's fair. This probably happens constantly. And I don't know any of the specifics about it other than why would you go get a gun from a gun shop if you're living that lifestyle?
Who
anyone that's bought a gun.
knows? Yeah, who knows? This is weird. This is I think the Trump one case, if his last name wasn't Trump, he wouldn't have been even tried. I get the feeling the same thing here. If this guy's last name wasn't Biden, he probably wouldn't be tried for it. We're in a weird era of courts being used. But what the Democrats can do now is say, like, hey, look, all's fair. He was convicted and the President Trump was convicted. You see how we're not using lawfare? And so honestly, it's probably a political win for Joe Biden that this happened. It probably would have been outrage had his son been found not guilty.
Is that true that he's the first son of a president to...
Yeah.
Wow. Hundreds of them, and that was the first one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure plenty of them deserved it.
Sure.
But what are we doing?
Yeah.
like some of these things are like the case against Trump and the case against Hunter Biden are pretty they're pretty wild.
Yeah.
They're kind of like maybe everyone does some version of these things. But yeah, you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't lie that you're on drugs. Sure.
Yeah.
He now faces up to 25 years in prison.
Which won't happen. But
Of course not. His dad's president.
if everyone else has to do that and like the threats just looming over you every time you buy a gun.
Sends a good message, maybe. Don't do drugs, kids.
But there's a weird juxtaposition, right? Like you've got the redneck crowd pro guns that are probably a little bit pissed about that. They're like, oh, just let him buy a gun.
Well, if you look at the Second Amendment, it doesn't say anything about you can't own a gun if you're on drugs.
Right.
So I'm sure the Second Amendment crowd is like, this isn't even a real rule. This violates the Constitution.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? So anyways, who cares? We have more political crap all the way up until November. Let's get into Apple. Let's get into some tech news.
Oh, boy.
Here. Apple, this is from the Wall Street Journal. Apple has joined the AI arms race, saying Monday it plans to bring a more personalized version of artificial intelligence to its 2.2 billion active users. Look at Tim Cook, just like, hey, buddy, I'm here.
Oh, my gosh. It looks like...
Why is he doing that? What is going on? Oh, is that him on the side?
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
It's interesting who would go to that. Are those Apple employees or like fanboys?
It's probably so there are people who are like fans of companies.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah, it's like a huge deal, these conferences
And this is one of the
announcements.
companies that people are probably pretty big fans of. I've seen like cars with the sticker, the Apple sticker on them. I'm like, what?
Yep.
You like your computer? That's interesting.
You like your phone?
Like that's your personality? Is that like you like the most valuable company in the world? It's freaking weird.
We've had some interns over the years that are like diehard Apple.
I'm using an Apple. I use Apple for everything except for when I'm over there. And I like it. I don't know that I would ever put a sticker. It's not the Utah Jazz.
No.
It's not a sports team.
Maybe if you own stock in it, then you're getting some marketing. Not really in my wheelhouse, right? Like I won't use 98% of all of these things these people worked on. Some of it though, Wall Street Journal does a good breakdown of it all because it was an hours-long thing.
Yeah, the great Joanna Stern, a reporter at the Wall Street Journal, kind of did a really good breakdown actually of every. Oh, look, you got Sam. Go up. There's Sam Altman. He's there.
Huh.
Just chatting with people. It's like, how's everybody doing?
A lot of it I thought was already like in place. And then a lot of it, we were talking before the show, I'm like, who cares? Like you can customize emojis. And a colleague was like, no, that's like the coolest thing. So
here's the thing. There's a brand new Siri. You can talk to Siri. Siri might actually work. That's a big thing.
mm-hmm.
There is, you can integrate ChatGPT, which is why you saw Sam.
Yep.
At the he didn't speak, but he was there. You can integrate with ChatGPT, use it for all of your stuff. It kind of looks like it's probably going to take on some apps like Ulysses and others on the writing side of things. The new Notes upgrade is going to be really cool. You can do voice transcription in there. You can do all sorts of really cool stuff. Then you got the thing where you can like generate your own emojis, which is what you're talking about. That's cool. And then the bad news is it probably won't be here until the end of the year. It's probably only going to be on all the new devices, not the old.
Yep.
And it's probably going to cost you $1,200 if you don't have the right system, if you want to use this type of stuff. So put the Apple sticker on the truck.
Put it on and use a little bit of it. There's a lot of people that won't be able to use it for quite some time. And do you think there will be maybe in like 3 years, there used to be that sent by my iPhone at the bottom of email signatures. So excuse the typos. So now everyone is writing emails like Hemingway or like the most concise CEO, best email writer on planet Earth. Do you think people will go back to, this was written by a human, full of typos and nonsense?
That'd be cool.
Because you can tell emails are a lot more concise.
You can tell.
Better.
I actually like it. Yeah, I mean, nobody's writing an email to publish a book. So yeah, just get straight to the point.
Sure.
My word. Just have a machine write your emails. Have a machine read your emails.
But then
don't even go into the office. Just let a machine sit in your desk.
It's hard to figure out who's semi-smart and who's not, though.
Yeah, well, perfect.
I think emails were a gauge for a lot of people.
I just hope the machines can do everything, and then we got to be outside while they're inside. I want to be outside while the machines are inside.
Yeah, we're halfway there.
All right, let's bring it down to the old Utah tech scene, the old Silicon Slopes. Recently, Alessio raised $3.3 million. This is a TechBuzz News article. Everybody check out techbuzz.news. Great website. Alessio has announced it has raised $3.3 million seed funding round led by Kickstart, R-Squared Ventures, SAS Ventures, Capital 11, Upstream, Philo, Service Provider Capital, and Space Station Investments. I actually don't know what Alessio does. They're a go-to-market performance platform, leveraging advanced analytics and AI-driven insights to empower go-to-market teams with real-time performance intelligence.
Little BI, little intelligence.
So, and then, as you can see here, go down to like when they were at Kiln, looks like the Lehigh Kiln, another great Utah spot. And they say, welcome to a great day in sales. So it sounds like it might be something to do with sales as well.
Yep. Automating that.
Go-to-market sales? Go-to-market is sales.
Yeah.
You ever wonder what these companies do, actually?
All the time.
But
Thousands of podcasts
doesn't
in, I
matter.
still wonder. But
All right, I
they're
don't-
building something, and it's good to have a little bit of cash in the bank.
And then there was another one that I saw, another company that had raised Jump. I saw this from the great Tyler Hogue,
I believe.
who is an investor at Pelion. They on LinkedIn he posted today. Jump Advisor AI announced a $4.6 million round of funding, and Pelion is very excited. Is a very excited investor alongside Sorensen and several angel friends like Jaron Nichols. Why did we choose to invest in Jump? Jump has a special team, no doubt. Beyond the team, we believe Jump has a uniquely compelling offering for a vertical market who is desperate for great software. I don't know what Jump does. Do you?
Nope.
I've heard of them, and I think they're actually really great.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah. Sorry, I should have done more. Let's open up their website here. Oh, they're wealth advisors.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, very cool. They cut meeting admin work by 90%, literally, is what they say on their
Good.
website. So, congratulations to Jump. I do want to point out, like, these fundraising notices and the publicity that they get kind of makes us think that, like, this is the end of a journey or they've accomplished something, and they have.
Yeah.
Let's not make a mistake. They have accomplished something by raising money. It's not the end goal. These are not the only types of companies and startups that we should be celebrating in Utah. In fact, only about 1% of startups are even in a position or need venture capital.
Yeah.
Right? And so we should figure out a way as a community and on this show to celebrate companies who hit other milestones beyond fundraising.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to do that. So or I think there's ways you can do it.
Yeah.
But somebody like Crumble comes to mind. Is like, I don't know if he ever took money, any of that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But that's an enormous business. And at what point do we like celebrate he's opened in his 50th store or 150th or probably 2000th at this point? Like, there are some things that we should be doing as a community to celebrate wins that do not just have to do with fundraising. All of that said, that does not take away the accomplishment of both these companies, both Jump and Elicio, and congratulations. They have world-class investors. Sounds like they're doing great things. Congratulations to them. And if you want like news like this, go to TechBuzz News. They do a good job, I think.
Yeah, they do. And the money's cool, but they've got a little bit of added pressure because we know all these people, and they are smart and really good on the venture side. So these companies get mentors, friends, advisors, helpers in a perfect world.
Oh, they had the Jump story. I didn't even see that they had the Jump story. I went to LinkedIn. So look at TechBuzz. They're all over it.
All over it.
They've raised 4.6. Good for them. And then they got the I Love You Bro stuff. I think I'm on the board of I Love You Bro. I love Joe. He's incredible. Look at TechBuzz News. Well done. Well done to them. This is great. Got a little promo for Ahlstrom's book. Why not? That's incredible. That's a good book. All right, next thing, our good friend John Bradshaw, and speaking of Paul Ahlstrom, they've kind of come together to do the Utah 100 event, which used to be called V-Spring 100 or V100. It was like this has been going on for a very long time. So this is the Founder 100 event. They're announcing the winners, and then tomorrow, Wednesday, I don't know the date, whatever today is, the 12th.
Yep.
So Wednesday the 12th at 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. they are holding a dinner. I believe it's in Park City. Unfortunately, I can't make it. And they've got like all the Utah VCs. You can look how many VCs we have in Utah.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So they've got all the Utah VCs being a part of this. They're the top 100 founders that VC should watch in Utah. That's an important clarification.
John Bradshaw and Peter Harris.
So if you, Peter.
Good friend, Peter.
Great man. Always been a huge supporter of ours and us to him. Caveat, if you didn't make this list, which none of us did, probably. I didn't. Just remember that the top 100 founders that VC should watch in Utah, and go back to my previous point of only about 1% of companies even need venture capital or even should take venture capital.
Yeah.
So congratulations to the top 100 founders, and congratulations to everybody who didn't make it as well. How
There's
about
always
that?
tomorrow. Always next
About a
year.
participations trophy. I'm making all of these crazy caveats.
You're pretty nice today.
It's wild. All right, so last night I watched political debates. Can you believe that? It's crazy.
I can. You like a good debate.
So Representative Celeste Malloy, and we can go to the candidates one here. The Senate candidates, this one I watched all the way through. There was a lot of attacks on John Curtis, who was leading by a wide margin. You've got John Curtis there on the left. You've got Trent Staggs right next to him. You've got Walton. I wanted to say Sam Walton, but it's Jason Walton. And you've got Brad Wilson, the former Speaker of the House here in Utah, all debating each other, trying to take the seat that Mitt Romney is vacating and chose not to run for second term. So this is happening June 25th. It was a mostly kind of bland, boring debate, honestly. And it's really interesting how they do these. I think when you have the debate commission involved, there's all these rules and regulations, and the candidates like look directly at the camera and they're like trying to get like
a lot of rules.
So it's really strange. You're not probably getting an authentic debate, certainly.
No.
You're kind of just getting like your little clips and things like that. But great. It was interesting. The most interesting happened in the very last minute when Trent Staggs accused John Curtis of insider trading. And the fascinating thing about that is, according to the rules, John Curtis could not respond. He did end up responding. Good for him. Because you should, if you're accused of something like that. So that was kind of the big moment out of that thing. I don't get the sense that people watch this. I was watching it on YouTube, and I think there was less than 1,000 of us watching this thing live.
I think our debate had more.
Yeah, well, we don't need to rub it in. Silicon Slop should do all of the debates. At least they're real and like real questions. They had like the most random. Anyways, I don't care. And then you got Representative Celeste Malloy and Colby Jenkins. They went at it for the 2nd District debate. They were one-on-one. And Malloy said it's really easy when you're a first-time candidate to make promises and have the idea that if you were there, you would have done something better.
Oh, it's the easiest thing ever.
Yeah.
I woulda. I coulda.
It is way easier. Senator Mike Lee has weighed in on this race, which has caused some controversy because Malloy is running for re-election, and you don't normally see the delegation go against each other. But Senator Lee has endorsed Jenkins. Jenkins won at the convention, 57% to 43%, thanks to, in large part, Senator Lee's endorsement. I have not seen any polling here. I have no idea where this race stands. And this one had even less people watching it than the Senate one when I was on it.
Yep. A lot of work goes in, obviously, with the candidates and the teams. But if there's no entertainment value, there's better ways to consume that information.
Yeah, I mean, these debates are pointless. They're like game shows, and I'm sure the candidates agree. They don't mean anything.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. Like, how excited are you for the Trump-Biden debate? Who cares? 90 seconds, solve the war in Gaza. Go.
Well, that one will be entertaining. That one will be entertaining.
Biden's like, what?
And the numbers will show it.
What'd you say? Trump's like, listen. I love when he does this.
Oh, it's going to be fantastic.
Fantastic.
I had Colby Jenkins on the Meat and Potatoes podcast several years ago.
What does he do? Where's
he was
from?
running the Atwood Innovation Center down at Utah Tech, but he was also a Special Forces soldier in a previous life. So pretty squared away dude, and probably is really, really prepared and knows his stuff, would be my guess. I wouldn't want to go against him in any arena, political included. So
I'd be happy to go against him in any arena he chooses. That's a call out, Colby. Bring it.
and
Choose the arena.
That'll be the end.
Choose your weapon, Colby. I've never even met him. Seems
He's
like a nice guy.
nice guy.
I've never met either of those people. All right, and then we've also have a gubernatorial race going on. There was a recent poll that had our current governor up by quite a bit. There's a debate tonight. There's a big controversy leading into it around his opponent, Representative Phil Lyman, using the F word in a meeting.
Uh-oh.
He used an F word.
So,
and this is like a big deal. So he's found he was unprofessional but not illegal, because it's not illegal to say the F word. There was no shouting. I didn't call anybody an idiot. He also said he didn't use the expletive toward the employees. He's referring to the deal. And I guess the deal was around like the federal government owning too much of Utah's land. He put out like a little thing like, yeah, they're taking all our effing land. That's how he responded to this. So he didn't like deny that he used the F word. He did edit the F word in his social media posts. There was an investigation.
what are we talking about right now? Some say that,
He says you're trading out the effing land. That was what they're like. Investigation.
25 years to life.
Can you imagine the law firm is like, yes, please, we'll investigate. That's good revenue for our business. It's going to take a while too.
Yeah.
And we're going to try to put as much as our staff on this as possible and bill as many hours as possible. But my word, if we weren't a law firm that was benefiting from this, what do you want us to do?
He said the F word? Once?
They interview everyone. Did he say it? Like, yeah.
Yeah, here's your bill.
Everybody says he said it. Nothing illegal, though.
But it's illegal to not pay this bill.
Oh, he said something in a different meeting involving Lyman, Governor Spencer Cox, Representative John Curtis, and Senator Mike Lee. A state employee present said Lyman called the Bears Ear land swap GR, a gang R. I edited out gang. I don't know what we could say. I don't want an investigation.
Gonna put you on notice.
I don't want an investigation for repeating Lyman's filthy words.
Is there any law firms out there that'll investigate this pro bono? Because I feel like we're gonna hear some words.
After the meeting, Senator Lee said Representative Lyman was pretty awful, and that's coming from me. Lyman is probably someone that he would be prone to support, actually, and may actually support. I don't know if he's endorsed him or not, but so like I don't even know. Like if people came to our meetings or private meetings,
oh boy,
and they're like, okay, investigations.
Just bring the handcuffs. We're all guilty. Bye.
I don't know what this is. It seems weird. He was cleared in the investigation, of course. I don't even know what to say about that.
Maybe there's a new post for like the swearing czar.
Oh,
if you swear and in a meeting.
I bet the sentence was like, you got to put a quarter in the swear jar.
Yeah.
Like you said it. Put it in.
Put it in.
We get enough in there. We go to Disneyland at the end of the year. So that happened. But the big thing, far more important thing kind of, is you've got the gubernatorial debate tonight. Representative Phil Lyman, the challenger, goes up against the heavyweight Spencer Cox in an epic battle of 60-second sound bites. And that one will be more entertaining than the previous two. These two seem to really not like each other.
Yep.
And it does seem like Lyman is gaining some momentum. If you drive around the state, it's like 95% Lyman signs. I don't know that means anything. It probably means nothing. And all the polling suggests that Cox is way ahead.
Yeah.
But they don't like each other.
Mm-hmm.
And Lyman is clearly gaining traction in some parts of the state, maybe even more. So if you want a really good time tonight, go watch the Lyman Cox debate.
It'd be great.
I will. I don't know why I'm laughing about that. I actually will watch that.
If they're actually authentic tonight, that will be entertaining.
Yeah.
And you might learn a little bit about their personalities and how they think and what they do.
One of the attacks that Lyman is doing is around no-bid contracts during COVID-19.
Oh, remember those days?
In one of his ads, there's this, I can't remember what it was called, the initiative. I think it was called Test Utah. They had like a Test Utah one of the spots in the ad, and like Cox is giving away money to his friends. So
Oh boy.
um,
Subpoena?
that may be revived. Come and investigate us.
Gosh damn it. We don't have money in the budget for these investigations.
Well, I wish we'd gotten money. That would have been incredible.
Somebody did.
That's worth an investigation if we got money.
Yeah.
Meaning
Retroactive.
Silicon Slopes. Some people did get money. I don't really care. I'm not going to rehash it. Donald Trump was in our neighboring state, our good neighbor Nevada, recently, and his teleprompter stopped working. It was 100 degrees. His teleprompter did not work the entire event, as I understand it, or the vast majority of it. And people are saying it was the best Trump. It's like a stand-up comedy act. It's incredible. The guy's an entertainer. He knows how to get up there and talk. Anyways, in that, the big news is he wants to stop taxing the tips for workers, which I did not know we taxed them. Did you?
Yeah, it's on your W-2. Wages, tips, and some other thing.
So that is so dumb.
$38 billion in 2018 in revenues from tips.
You have like a cab driver and you're like, hey, here's $5, thank you, or something like that, right?
Right.
Or I don't even know why I'm using like you go to a restaurant, a waiter or waitress, you give them $20. That waitress now has to pay taxes on that $20?
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
So if it's cash, it's honor system. And they have little perks and incentives to help that. But if it's, you add the 20% gratuity on the credit card, then it's
dumb.
Yep.
Should be getting away with.
That's why they love when you pay in cash.
Yeah, they should not tax this. This is stupid. I didn't even know that they did this. But of course they do. They tax everything. But obviously this is a play. I don't know that Trump really cares one way or another, but he announced this in Nevada. He's trying to win Nevada. Obviously, Nevada is probably the number one state for service workers.
Yeah.
And so he makes this announcement, and maybe it'll help swing Nevada, which hasn't gone to a Republican, I believe, in a very long time.
Yeah.
2 or 3 decades.
Yeah.
At least.
I think W got it in the first go round, but he's also the president that's had infinitely more service staff.
Yeah, he's
than
a
anyone
service.
else.
Yeah, he's a service-oriented guy. So maybe he does know something about
He
it.
knows what he's doing, and I think he genuinely believes it, that they shouldn't get taxed on those tips.
Yeah, good for him. Yeah, good for him. I don't know if we should respond. Weston is talking to us. I should point that out.
And we don't know.
We don't know if
anyone
you can hear it.
him. I just don't know.
So I don't know if we should ignore him, if we should talk back to him. It's unclear what we should be doing here.
But for whoever put that event together in Nevada, like if you want it to work, you can just call Cornerstone.
That's right. I don't know why every campaign does not use Cornerstone.
They should.
CornerstoneAV.com, the greatest production company in the entire country.
In the history of the world.
If you're in Utah and you're not using Cornerstone, what are you doing? That's how I feel about it. It's the second show in a row where we've promoted them.
Absolutely.
We love them. We love Chad Frotton. Great dude. All right. So there's going to be a new stock exchange. This has been tried a few times. Other states and other areas and other people trying to take on the New York Stock Exchange and New York's dominance in finance, which it's had since Alexander Hamilton made the deal to have the finance center in New York City in exchange for the capital of the country being in Washington, D.C. Alexander Hamilton is the reason why New York City is the capital of the world and the financial capital of the world. Of course, for those who've seen the musical, I believe it says something like that in there as well. Texas is taking them on. That's going to be based in Dallas. Great city. Great American city.
Gigantic.
Very big city. Based in Dallas, the new Texas Stock Exchange, kind of their big differentiator between NASDAQ and the New York Stock Exchange, is going to be around diversity, equity, and inclusion. They're calling it the anti-woke stock exchange. For those who don't know, and I believe this may have been announced by NASDAQ on our stage a few years ago, NASDAQ and the New York Stock Exchange have put new rules recently on the makeup of your board. Like you have to have a certain gender and I don't really know all the details of it, but there are rules on who you can have on your board, and if you don't have an exact board makeup that they like, then you can't go public. Texas is like, we're not going to do that.
Yeah.
That's part of it. It's also being backed by BlackRock, which is a pretty serious competitor,
And Citadel.
and Citadel, another serious competitor. They've only put 120 million in, which is kind of weird. It seems like you need a lot more than that, but maybe they'll have more by the time. They are going to finish up all the registration by the end of this year, and they may very well start trading in 2025. They have got a lot of work to do in order to get to the level of New York.
I'd be shocked if this doesn't work out, because that is like seed money. And once there's enough volume, then it'll be a real
Yeah.
exchange.
You also have there are other exchanges. There's like the Chicago Stock Exchange.
Yep.
It's mostly like penny stocks, things like that. But this one, they're going right at NASDAQ and New York Stock Exchange. I think it'll be cool. It's cool that it's in Dallas too. It's a great city.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. And the timing was on the heels of, a turbulent 4 years. I would be shocked if this one doesn't work out.
Yeah, good for them. That's cool.
And it's one more avenue for
Anything
companies
that
in America.
anything that provides capital to companies and entrepreneurship is a good thing. There are some concerns around BlackRock and Citadel being the one who backed this, because they're very big on the ESG and DEI
yeah.
stuff anyways. And so it being positioned as like this anti-woke thing, people aren't entirely buying, but who cares about any of that? There's more money for companies and entrepreneurs and leaders potentially coming out of Texas in 2025. That's a good thing.
And Elon probably loves the hell out of it.
Elon should put some money in there. By the way, he's got his shares. People are voting on whether or not he should get that like $80 billion or not. I think this week, maybe even tomorrow.
Yeah.
So good luck, Elon. Hopefully you get your $80 billion.
Don't say the F word if you don't.
Investigation. Oh man, they would love to put him behind bars. All right. Finally, very cool story coming out of Oregon. Scary story. A bull has gotten out at a rodeo. Look at this. Boom. See ya. See ya. See ya. Boom.
Like, hopefully everyone's
Boom.
like on the mend, but that guy did not
Got
see
him.
it.
So here's where it jumps out. You got like, hey everybody, thanks for coming to watch me do my thing here at the rodeo. I hope everyone's doing well. How's your family? Ah!
About an 8-foot fence there. What was his name? He's got a good name.
Boom! Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. Everyone's okay.
Hopefully. Yeah.
That person who you just saw get destroyed is okay.
Yep.
Had to go to the hospital, but okay. You know, want to know what's cool about the rodeo? They didn't stop it.
No. Party Bus was that bull's name. And we had Tommy Joe Lucia on, the executive director of the Days of 47. He shared a couple of fun stories about how strong those animals are. And then he also mentioned, like, it sucks to watch and people are weirded out and nervous by it, but it's way better if you get knocked out. Way safer once you're knocked out. Your body just turns to Gumby, and you got a much better chance there. But
What a world.
oh my gosh. And you got to, show keeps going.
Yeah, they are like, all right, we got him. Coming out of shoot 2, the Wright brothers.
There you go.
Um,
Just another day at a rodeo. That looked like a good one.
it looked like a fantastic one if you weren't one of those people
Yeah.
that got destroyed.
Somebody
How is that guy alive?
yell for that guy.
Hey, there's a bull.
Boom. No, too late.
All right. Well, that's it for today. Congratulations to everybody who raised money or didn't. Congratulations to the Utah Founders, who are BC should be watching at the Utah 100. We will see. Oh, by the way, hang on a second, Weston.
Yeah.
Hang on.
What are we doing?
We're not done.
Not done.
Turn off the music, Weston. Jeez Louise.
That's it for the news.
We interviewed an incredible couple, incredible entrepreneurs, people who put on your glasses, we got glasses from. We actually went into their store and saw the service firsthand. Look at Garrett's never looked better than he does. Put it on right now. Look at that.
Boom.
This is a
I've been wearing
good-looking
these
man.
things. I drove many miles in a car, and it was never so delightful. These things are amazing.
Your first pair of sunglasses you've ever worn?
Yeah,
Maybe.
that I didn't get from a conference.
Cool.
Yeah.
So these
Amazing.
guys are, set it up. Tell us.
Amelia and Cameron Freed are the owners of Image Eyes Optical. Really good story. They bought it out from Amelia's parents. It's high-end optics. They have a couple of retail locations. When we walked in for the first time, it was like clearly evident that this is a lot different. Hundreds of different frames, but they're really
incredible.
specific on their suppliers. Whole new world that I didn't know about. It's always fun when the entrepreneurs are, brother, sister in this case, husband, wife, very complimentary of each other. That was probably the favorite part of the interview for me, is how they work together and solve problems jointly. And, the industry like these can't be broken, really. They're made out of Germany. So it's fun to learn new things. These people do it all day, every day. But for us, it was like kid in a candy store. Really cool.
Yeah, they are the official eyewear of Silicon Slopes as well. Here they are. This was an experience. They adjusted the glasses for me. They tried. How many did we try on? We tried on a ton.
Yeah, probably 30,
Yeah, like 30 glasses
I'd say.
to get to this,
Yeah.
Mhm.
which is incredible.
But I will say
Takes-
that was one of the first that we put on.
That is true.
So we always,
Yeah.
try on a bunch and sometimes circle back.
So when people
First.
come in and they're like, "Hey, I want a pair of glasses," what are you saying to them that they wouldn't hear on like I don't even want to say their name, but like warbyparker.com or
Mhm.
some of these other, like, what are they hearing? What are they experiencing that they normally wouldn't be able to?
Well, I think a lot of places, when you go into shop, people are like, women's are over there, men's are over there. Let me know if you have questions. Where we just totally take over the whole situation and provide the experience from like right when they walk in. So we ask them, do you like funky? Do you like color? Do you want something more inconspicuous? And get to know them a little bit in the first minute, and then sit down. And we know our inventory so well. We don't go off of face shape really. We always say we can pull 10 round frames and some will look good and some won't on all different faces. So it's more getting to know what the customer, like what they do, what they like, and then sit down and pull glasses for them. So
Yeah.
I don't think that happens many places.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
as you know, so I only shop at Garage Sales DI in Cal Ranch. So you don't have a lot of interaction with folks there. But we walked in and they immediately took charge, just like Amelia said. And it was, nope, those aren't it. Those aren't it. And all I did was just listen at that point. And it's nice when somebody knows their stuff and they just tell you what to do. You don't
Yeah.
have to do any thinking.
The full interview that we did with Image Eyewear is on
Image Eyes Optical.
Image Eyes Optical. Sorry. Image Eyes Optical is on all of you Silicon Slopes' channels right now.
Yeah.
So go check it out. It's on YouTube, all the various things. It's on siliconslopes.com. So go watch that interview. That is it for today. We will be back tomorrow with a whole other slate of news stories to talk about.
Yeah. Should people send us news if they,
Send us news.
yeah, send it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.